As we said earlier, the Johannesburg High Court has ordered former SABC Chief Operating Officer Hlaudi Motsoeneng to repay a success fee of about 11.5 million rand within 7 days with interest at the rate of 15.5% per annum, calculated from the 13th of September 2016 to date of payment. Furthermore, Motsoeneng was ordered by the High Court to pay the cost of the application together with legal costs. We're now joined by Kaizer Kganyago. He's the spokesperson for the Special Investigating Unit. A very good morning to you, Mr. Kganyago. The SIU's reaction to the judgment by the High Court.
Good morning, Desiree, and good morning to your viewers. We really, as the SIU, would like to welcome this judgment that we received on Wednesday the 15th. And it's obviously because of the fact that we, together with the current SABC board and management, went to the High Court and applied for this transaction to be set aside and made to be illegal. And we really succeeded in doing that as a SIU. And people will remember that this is as a result of a proclamation R29 of 2017 that was signed by the president. And we had to then investigate the affairs of the SABC. And we have been investigating, and we found that this transaction or the decision by the board, the then board, which is the former board, was illegal, and we had to set it aside. And as a result of that, that money has to now be paid back to the SABC, which is just over 11.5 million that was already paid, plus the interest of 15.5%, together with the legal fees that we incurred in taking this matter to court.
5% interest is such a huge amount. Is this almost like a message by the courts to deter anyone else who thinks of conducting illegal practices within South African corporations? It's quite an exorbitant amount. Would you agree?
I don't know about exorbitant, because this is part of what our prayers were as the SIU and the SABC, to say that because this transaction happened in 2016, therefore we need to then have that 15%. If you had put that money into the bank account, it would have generated a lot of interest by now. Therefore, that message obviously goes with what we've always been saying as a SIU, is the issue of consequence management. And the head of the SIU has always said in briefings to Parliament and everywhere that consequence management has to be seen. And therefore, we can only do that when we set aside the contracts, we recover the money, and where there's criminality, we take the matters to the NPA, and where there's a need for disciplinary, we do the same.
Let's just remind our viewers what the success fee was for.
And the success fee was for the transaction that was done between the SABC and MultiChoice back in 2016. And therefore, the money that was done in that contract, then the board then decided, or the former board at the time, decided that he deserves to be given a success fee for brokering that contract with the MultiChoice, and that is why we are where we are.
Is he able to go back to the courts to, have this outcome turned around?
Obviously, we live in a country where the rule of law is really taken seriously, and everyone has got the right, obviously, to challenge whatever. You must remember that this matter has been in our courts for a very long time, and now the judgment has come out, a very comprehensive judgment that I've seen. I still have to read the whole of it, but that judgment is very clear. Therefore, if he feels that he needs to take it up, obviously he's within his right to do exactly that.
Thank you so much for making the time to talk to us this morning.
Thank you very much, Desiree.
Kaizer Kganyago is with the SIU spokesperson. We've reached out to Mr. Hlaudi Motsoeneng, and he said he would only comment tomorrow, so look out for that response from him.